Hello everyone, e don shele again o my people. Make una come see wetin dey go on for inside life. Say people dey sell crate of egg. Their crate of egg, my people. Naija with money. No be small matter o. Hey, make una come lis ten to this video wey I wan drop so. This video na the latest video wey dey waka for town about how people take dey sell crate of egg for inside their belle. My people, things are really going on. My wonderful people, when I listen to this video, now I say I must carry this video come outside make una come listen. Say e don reach the one wey people come take dey sell their crate of egg for cheaper shiko for 200,000 for a whole crate of egg. Things are really going on. Naija people, who do us this? Now wow, according to Daddy Freeze, he say why some pikin dem, why dem no go chop each other if dem grow, because you don already sell all your crate of egg, you understand? So you wey dey go all this hospital go dey sell your crate of egg, e say all your children dem must chop each other for future. Na true or false? Na true o, if you look the matter. Because imagine you wey be mama, you don sell your crate of egg finish. You wey be papa, you don sell your water finish. You understand? At the end of the story, you go come say make all your children make dem no chop each other. Dem must chop each other. You understand? Because dem no go know each other. E plenty na, no be say na one family dem wan give dem to. According to this video wey I watch from Daddy Freeze, so they go share all the egg. If you go for market go buy egg, na only you wan chop am. You go divide am. If you buy like 6 egg, na you and your family wan chop am. Only you wan no fit chop 6 egg. You understand? Likewise, all these people wey dey share their egg up and down, na so e still be for them as well. Okay, my wonderful people, na I say make I drop this video for una. Make una just go watch from the beginning to the end. Also follow this page, Pigeon and Procodis TV, AB World Entertainment. Please follow it and also go and watch the full video from Daddy Freeze. Now you get the full video, my people. Things are happening. Oh, hey, whoa. Nothing wey we Nigeria no fit do because of money. How can you go and be selling egg? How can you go and be selling egg? Egg wey you want supposed to take the bonbon pikin, you go sell am finish for 200,000 naira. According to a reliable source, this girl wey una dey see for here, so she say she be wan become victim. She be don sell her own, but she no know how her parents go feel. My wonderful people, come hear tori for inside story. Things are really going on now. Wow, my people, let's be careful out there, guys.
Told me that she was into that business of selling eggs. Oh yeah.
As in crate of egg or human egg?
Human. A woman's egg, yeah. I sent you a story now. It's even on the Punch newspaper. It's everywhere. It's in the news. You can Google it. Put it to Google. It's online. So they run it. It's illegal in Lagos. They do it. This thing happened to me, I think 6-7 years ago. She approached me for the business, and according to her, they used to pay them 180,000 naira. But then you're going to give who took it there 20K, and then herself 20,000. That's 40K gone. I was supposed to be making 840,000 naira off the deal. So what they do is
your own crate of egg.
Yes. Not like a
now
crate.
How often do you do this, or how often do they do this?
It's quite dangerous, but then these people do it monthly. Poor girls. They not like poor in terms of cash, but obviously they do it for money, but poor in the sense of, I mean, I don't think they researched a lot about that. And of course, it's only when you're broke that you get to do something like that. Someone is saying it's way too cheap. Even the story I said to you, it's like that's the fixed amount in Lagos. I don't know of other states, but in Lagos that's the fixed amount, and they still do it to date, same price. Maybe they have increased though. So what they do is they give them medicines and injections that they take to stimulate their ovaries to produce more eggs. They self-inject themselves so as to, instead of the one egg released monthly, they get to release over one, maybe up to 6 or 7, so that the odds to be high for them to, get it. And some greedy people, right? Some of these greedy medical practitioners who are running this business illegally, because you're supposed to visit them every week.
Someone said it's the same in Port Harcourt.
Oh wow. You're supposed to visit the clinic, the fertility clinic, every week for checkup. So if you've taken the medicine and injections that week, and then you go to the hospital for checkup the next week, and they discover that your ovaries have produced over 6 or 5, they give you more so as to produce more, to double the number you currently have at the time. So instead of 1 monthly, you get to now produce up to 8 to 10. That way you're increasing the odds for them. Then at the end of the month, and it takes 13 to 15, 18 days for you to be ready for them to, take it out. There is a medical term for it. Retrieve it, yes, for them to retrieve it. So what you do is they insert an ultrasound guided needle. They insert it into your ovary to the mature follicle to get the eggs, and then go sell it. You, the lady, you get to bleed even more, and you get to experience heavy and painful menstruation, because instead of your body releasing 1 egg that month, that normally some women go through the pain of the monthly visitor, the pain gets to triple because you've stimulated your system to produce over that number. So I really don't know how these people, get to endure such pain, because even the normal one that comes out monthly, I take a break off work. I cannot imagine myself. I'm going through the pain of having 7 to 8 to 10 there monthly. So sadly, that's what some people do to survive.
Let me first of all say the first thing that is paining me inside. So some of these girls that donate these are the people that come and yap me on my live and say that the freeze, you talk too much. Talking and donating egg, talking and selling your egg so that Oyinbo people can go and use it to make scrambled egg. Which one is worse? Wait. I personally think it's poverty of ambition. I'm sorry. Anybody who, if you had to do it to survive for a month or two, it's okay. But I think it's poverty of ambition. May God forgive us all to do that kind of stuff. If you are looking for a child and you want to bring out your own egg to get your own child, it's different. You define Pekin. But say you want to bring them out, they sell. And these same people will be in my, because if from the article you sent me, this thing is rampant.
Yeah.
So if this thing is this rampant, definitely some of my haters are selling their egg. And then they will come to my live and come and be insulting me. You buff royalty by buying.
I know some of them personally. Some on a personal level, they run this thing. They do it. They give them.
Someone said not necessarily. People do it for different reasons. So okay, I've got Tolu here. Tolu, tell me why. Because legally or medically, you are not supposed to, in your lifetime, do it more than 6 times. And those 6 times, I'm not sure you're allowed to even do it every month.
They don't tell them. They use vulnerable girls. When I was approached.
You mean greedy girls? You mean greedy girls?
I think young. I wanted to say how old I was.
Because listen, if you go and get a real job, you're not going to get 140K a month as say woman. If you get a receptionist job where you work a 9 to 5, you probably get the 70K or 90K if you're lucky. So I think greed served day inside. Now I
I should think so
Understand
because
you're dealing with severe family problems and all that, which is still not an excuse.
no, it's not. Because at that time I was a core member. My alawi was 19,800, and my place of service I think they were paying me 20,000. So month end I think I used to make 30 some. Yeah, 39,800. That's roughly 40,000 naira. So the temptation was there, the urge to get that money. I mean, I thought of 120,000 naira monthly, but I don't like needles. Till date, if I go to the hospital, I cry. At my old age, I cry when they want to inject me. So I now thought of me injecting myself every day, putting it in the fridge. What do I tell my uncle? I'm always putting it in his fridge. How is he not going to find out? I was like, nah, I don't want to have my kids every. What if they now fall in love tomorrow and get married? So, yeah.
Now, listen, hold on. Now, listen here. If you father, first of all, for the man who fathered 550 children, your children are definitely going to sleep with each other. What are the odds? In that same country, your children, there is no way your son and your daughter are not going to sleep together. 550 children that don't know, say, now you be their papa, they go jam themselves and they go bench. It's assured you. Now, I'm going to tell you a story I heard, a personal story I heard from someone in the UK concerning this particular issue. I'm going to talk all about it, but I need our friend here to introduce herself. And she said she has also donated her eggs before. So go ahead and share your story, madam.
Hi, Daddy Freeze. My name is Tolu. Tolu Haniki. I've done it before, but I did mine in the UK. I was going to school. I think it was in 2012. Yeah, 2012 I did. And I did it for a different reason. Of course, in the UK, they don't offer you, it's not payment for your eggs. It's, of course, they take care of your travel to wherever you're coming from, your transport, your, I don't know, anything you need at that time during the process, but it's not considered payment. It's called reimbursement. So they reimburse you for whatever expense you incur at that time. And I did it because, for my own reason, personally, I've always had a fear of infertility. I just thought, for some reason, that I might be infertile. Just some reason. Because I think it's because I've seen infertility firsthand in my family. I've seen a lot of people go through infertility. So I always assumed, maybe I might not even be able to have children. So that coupled with Madison Cousin, that coupled with the fact that I wanted them to do like a serious test for me, because I know the whole process, they would first of all test you, make sure you're fertile, make sure everything is okay before they retrieve those eggs, before you go through the entire process. So that's why I did it. I wanted to make sure that I was fertile, or I just wanted to, and if I wasn't, they would retrieve the eggs and I would know that I have children somewhere, somewhere there are children. So I signed up, the whole process, they actually counsel you go through counseling in the UK and everything, and it give you the injections, they give you like a couple of injections that you would take yourself, the gonal F injection, I still remember, I actually did a video on it, the gonal F injection, cetrotide injection, those are the injections you would inject yourself. And after my process, they were able to retrieve 12 eggs from me. And yeah, and there's a point where it actually dawns in and you're like, okay, this is serious, is when they ask you to write a letter. Because they tell you that the donor, children made from or gotten through donor eggs are not, they're not compelled to be told. Like, they don't need to tell them, but they're supposed to tell them at 16, they can tell them that they were conceived through donor eggs. And at 18, then they can give those children like contact information, your name, and they can find you. So you put it in there if you want, if you put your information so that child can find you, then they ask you to write a letter to that child. to children conceived by, the donation. So when you're writing that letter, then it feels like, okay, this is actually my DNA. This is a possible child somewhere that is, then then you write the letter. Then when the child turns 16, they could reach out to you. So maybe somewhere, and this was before I even had kids of my own. Now I have my own kids, and I did it once. But that was the reason I did it. I did it once, and sometimes I'm like, oh, maybe when in 16 years time, or maybe 10 years time now, some 16-year-old or some years time, somebody will come and say, oh, Tolu, you're my mom, or you're my donor mom, or something like that. I don't know. That's why I did it. I know people do it for different reasons. In America, it's even way more. They pay them way more. In America, $7K.
They pay them $30 to $50.
No,
$30,000 to $50.
$7K, $7,000.
$7,000.
Yes.
Oh wow.
In America, $7,000
for one
like,
egg.
Yeah, no, for the process. It could be 12 eggs. They would stimulate you, and whatever number of eggs they get, the entire process is that's like that's the kid.
But how many times did you do it? I hear you are not supposed to do it.
I did it just once.
You are not supposed to do it more than 6 times, because it will permanently affect your hormones, and you will deal with issues in somewhere down the line.
I did it just once. I didn't do it again, because even that one, 12. Thinking that 12 eggs, that's basically 12 possible children, and they told me that when it was that egg is not could go to different families. It might not go to just one family. So it could go to like 2 different couples. They could give them 6 each, or it could be 4 each for 4 different couples. So that's potential directly is 12 children that you could potentially have out there.
No. Okay. About the price, I actually googled how much they now pay in America for that, and as of 2023, the price range is now from $30K to $50K. And about having 12 eggs and 12 kids,
50K is surrogacy. They would pay you 50K for surrogacy, which is small in my opinion, because that's 1 year's work. 50K for surrogacy, but donation is 7K. Because I knew my niece wanted to do egg donation in America.
What year?
When did I go to Oregon? That was in 2015. Is it? No, 2016, 2017.
I checked the price today.
Well, it's
it
possible.
Can't be 30K for eggs. It has to be for surrogate.
30K for eggs is way too much. But I know that time I thought 7K was too much. I'm like, wow, 7K for eggs? Because surrogacy is 50K. But surrogacy is not your egg. It's to carry the child for somebody. It's 50K they'll give you.
True that. And if they retrieve about 12 eggs from you, chances are only 2 might actually survive. That's why they give you what to stimulate the ovaries to produce more, so that the odds are high for them to have maybe 3 to 5 survivors.
Now, do we have a doctor in the house, like a fertility doctor in the house, who can throw some light on this particular issue? Guys, if you're in America, don't consider it. Don't consider it. Don't mess your life up because of money. You are too greedy. You are too greedy. If you start developing complications later on in life, 7K will not. America is one of the most expensive places to be sick. I hope people know. America is one of the most expensive places to be sick, and your insurance will not cover everything. So if we have anyone in the UK, anyone living in the UK, I will love to, sorry, in the US, I would love to hear you out on this.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Sorry, ma'am. Since you've done, I mean, I've not done it before. I was really too scared of needles and stuff. Were you giving injections to like self-inject yourself below your abdomen?
Yeah.
Or
They give you the gonal F injection and the cetrotide injection. The gonal F is like, if you can Google gonal F injection. That's you both of them under the on the abdomen, but that gonal F looks a bit more mechanical. So you just like, it's like kind of like the one people with diabetes take. It's just, you just open it. It's a very small needle. You just put it. But then the cetrotide injection, that's the one you take towards the end. That one is like proper. It still looks like, it's still small, but that one looks like a proper injection. It's like a Botox needle. The needle they use for Botox. It's small, but it's still, that one you have to draw it. You have to put the medicine inside, draw it, and inject yourself. Still under the abdomen, but that one is a little bit more painful. It stings a little more than the gonal F injection.
Are you aware
that every day?
For the gonal F, both of them, all of them, you do that. Gonal F, you do that. You do it every day, towards like for the 14 days. The day you start your period, or yeah, the day after your period, when you start the stimulation. On that day, on the day you start your period, you go to the hospital. They'll do an internal scan. They use the you know, the scan, not the outside, the one they use like that goes inside.
The ultrasound guided needle.
Yeah, ultrasound, like, yeah, needle, like, you know, it's huge. They put that in to check for, you know, check your check your ovary to make sure it's healthy.
Yeah.
Sorry?
They insert it into the follicle to check the eggs.
Oh, I think that's when they're retrieving it.
ovary?
The ovary, that one they check it to see that your ovary is healthy first when you start your period. Then from that, the first day of your period, then after that you start taking the injection. They give you the injection and teach you how to take it. And when you go home, you would inject yourself with those injections every day. Funny thing they don't mention is during Madison, pause it, please, pause it. That's my daughter. And funny thing they don't tell you is when you start taking those injections, I personally start experiencing symptoms of pregnancy, like, or symptoms of maybe malaria, because then I didn't know if I was, you know, I'd never been pregnant. Symptoms of like malaria, like pregnancy. I started, you know, being nauseous. I started spitting like I was pregnant. Yeah, wow. They never mentioned that part, but yeah, that was one of the experiences. And the whole, you know, the eggs, you know, that stimulation, I was, you know, resting